President Biden now ramping up efforts to get Americans vaccinated against COVID, launching an effort to go door to door to get shots in arms. After falling short of his 70% goal by the 4th of July, the new push to literally knock on doors sparking widespread backlash. Mollie Hemmingway, senior editor of the Federalist and a Fox News contributor. Mollie, how you doing? Good morning to you. What do you think about the door-to-door campaign? Will that work?
I'm not sure if such a program actually exists or if President Biden was confused. If the problem with vaccine acceptance is that people are fearful of the government or they don't trust the government, obviously going to door by government agents is not the way to handle it. But more importantly, vaccination rates among the vulnerable populations, older people and people with comorbidities, is really high. And so President Biden needs to just take the win. I know he missed his own personal goal for vaccination rates, but we've done a good job, and he should just accept that and keep going forward.
We can still get there. We'll probably get there pretty soon, actually. In the meantime, Keystone no, OPEC yes, apparently. Here's how the Wall Street Journal, right? Gas prices are up, right? I mean, 7 or 8 years we haven't seen them this high. Wall Street Journal says OPEC, Biden, and gas prices. The president wants the cartel to pump more oil, but the U.S. to pump less. It continues. Russia and Iran will benefit from Mr. Biden's fossil fuel disarmament, while Americans pay more for energy. The way out of such contradictions would be to let U.S. producers respond to higher prices without new political obstacles. How do you see this, Mollie?
Well, that is absolutely right. If your goal was to have energy independence or if your goal was to have low gas prices. Unfortunately for Americans, the Biden administration views high gas prices as a feature, not a bug. That's why they shut down the Keystone pipeline. That's why they won't issue permits for producing oil on American lands. And so if they actually wanted to lower the prices, they wouldn't have taken the actions that they did thus far. They want people consuming less of this energy, and they don't mind the reliance on foreign actors. It actually fits into their foreign policy as well.
But I thought all this was about climate change. It's one planet, right? It's one globe. One thing affects the other, right? What decision one country makes can have an impact on another half a world away. Jen Psaki was asked about it earlier today on CNN. She said this, Mollie.
We have had a team of our officials from the government in touch. We're not a part of the OPEC negotiations. The OPEC discussions, which are ongoing, will have a big factor on the price of oil, which has a factor on our gas prices. We want to make sure we're doing everything we can to keep the price of gas low.
We showed you the numbers. A year ago, we're at $2.18 a gallon, and today it's at $3.14, Mollie.
Yeah, the prices have gone up precipitously since January. And again, that's what happens when you decrease the American supply, and that's when you have an approach to economic regulation that increases costs on people. So this is not a surprise. This is what they have moved toward. Actions have consequences, and the Biden administration seems to want some of the benefits that came in the Trump administration, even though they're moving away from all of those policies, and that's just not going to happen.
How do you see the irony here? Something else, right?
Well, again, though, they want energy prices high. It actually does kind of fit into some of their climate change views. They think that if it's harder for people to fill up their gas tank, that will help with some of their goals. But it's really hard for average Americans to afford.
Oh, let's keep them down if we can. Mollie, thanks. Nice to see you. Hope to talk to you again soon. Mollie Hemmingway from the Federalist. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.